Hi, this is Beata from Splitcoaststampers. In this video I'll demonstrate the Crayon Resist technique. You will need to stamp your image on a neutral cardstock. You can use glossy, then the resist technique will show more. I want a more muted effect, so I'm stamping on, I think it's confetti white cardstock. The image I'm using is from Unity's Gratitude and Equals Joy set. And now I will color in the image, and I'm using Copic marker 65 for the flower buds. Just do that real quickly. And then go over it again with a slightly darker color. I have YR 68 for that. You don't have to color your image, you could just already add highlights with your crayon, but this is a cool way to mask your colored spots. Now I'll show you that in 1 second. For the leaves I'm using Copic YG 23 and YG 25. Okay, if I would, I could go over it again to blend them a little bit better, but because I'm going over it with my crayon, I will just leave it. And now you add crayon to all the images that you don't want to be covered with ink. And if you just go a little bit outside the line, you will create a cool look, like a shading. And you can tell which leaf I have done and which I haven't, because the colors are a little bit muted where the crayon is already over it. So then you'd cut your image out. That's optional, but that's what I'm gonna do. I used a label for nestability for cutting my image, and now I'll continue to use this to create a framed. I'm using Broken China Distressing from Tim Holtz to sponge ink all over this image, and I always tap off my ink a few times before I sponge, because you can always add more ink, but you have these dark spots in there, they're hard to cover up. And just add ink all over. Oops. Okay, let me turn this so I have more control. And once you're done, take it off, and then you rub over it with a paper towel. And now you can see where I went over the line, and you can see a white line where the crayon resisted the ink that I sponged over. Now to finish the card, I already cut a larger label and embossed it with one of the Cuttlebook embossing folders. I'm just gonna tape this on here. The base paper is Aruba Coordination cardstock, and this is Kiwi Kiss cardstock, and I stamped it with the floral edge from Unity. I'm going to add a ribbon. I don't want to run it through the entire piece, so I'm just going to punch two holes next to each other, right here, and then run the ribbon through and tie my bow. Oh, how I tie my bow is I make one loop, go around, stick the ribbon through, and then, whoops, I twist this loop and just fiddle a little bit, and then my bow is done. I'll have to work on it a little bit more. Now we'll just tape this on, add a flower, tape my main image and my sentiment. The sentiment is also from Gratitude Equals Joy. I hope you have fun with this technique. You could also just add highlights and keep it monochromatic, not color it. Have fun. See you next time.